Hello, I'm Matt Harline. I'd like to tell you about the mission that I'm on. I want to inspire you to embrace the things that you can do instead of fussing about the things that you can't, to stretch your limits, to do all that you can do, and to approach life in a positive way. I'd like to tell you a little about a couple of moments in my life that helped me to recognize that this is what is important to me. About 5 years ago in 2016, I was riding a bicycle and was in an accident. I ended up in the hospital for 5 days with a traumatic brain injury, which left me with the inability to continue doing my job as an electrical engineer, computer hardware engineer, and actually at that time a manager of engineers. And so I took the opportunity while I was recovering, and after I realized, after trying to go back to work, that it wasn't going to work, I got to do what I had always wanted to do from when I was in high school, and that was be an artist. I turned something that was bad, not being able to do my job, into something where I could work at my own pace and do my own thing and actually find a lot of fulfillment in my life. A few years after that, 2 years ago in 2018, I remember standing between my house and my art studio. This was in December of 2018, about a month after a wildfire had destroyed Paradise and Concow, where my property was. I was standing there in Concow, looking at what remained of my house and my art studio, where there literally was nothing left of the house. It was just completely flat. And I remember thinking, well, I guess that was my practice round. I get to start all over again. I sorted through some of the ashes, trying to find if there was anything there that might be salvageable. And as I was sorting through the ashes, I was thinking, this reminds me of a song from a movie I saw when I was a little kid, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And there's a song in there where the chorus goes, "From the ashes of disaster grow the roses of success." Well, I guess I need to start looking for roses. And as I was looking through those the ashes, I happened to find, I'm not sure you can see this here, this is a little lump of blue. It had started off before the fire as a tube of ultramarine blue acrylic paint. Now it was just a lump, but it was bright blue against the gray and black ashes, and I picked it up. And then I thought, there's an opportunity here for me to collect some of those ashes. Got a little lump of my studio that was left, and I could use it as a drawing device. Then I pounded out some of those ashes with this mortar and pestle, made some powder, and found that I could make paint out of it. Made the paint or add it to existing paint, and it does some marvelous things with those colors. From the ashes of that disaster grow some different kind of roses, some different kind of opportunities to be able to do good with something that was extremely bad. Now, I wasn't actually on the property when the fire happened, but I remember seeing videos of the fire, of people escaping Paradise with fire all around them. And for several months after that, I actually had nightmares of me in my Jeep Wrangler with a soft top, driving through this tunnel of flames with my the top burning and melting on top of me. Not a fun thing to wake up to. I also had dreams of seeing my artwork that was hanging in the walls of the house and in the studio burning on the walls and falling to the ground. I don't know how else to explain that. It's, most of the work that I did in my high school art classes were in that studio, and they can't be replaced. But I can paint some more. I can still paint. These are things that I can do, and I can't dwell on the things that I can't do. Earlier in 2020, I met someone who wanted to have a painting done for her husband. Her husband's parents died when he was young, in his late teens, but he had a memory of an event that he and his father did when he was quite young, when he was 8 years old. In this event, it was sponsored by the YMCA. His father was given a nickname of Black Hawk, and he was given the name of Red Tail Hawk. And they went to this activity and they built a kite and flew it. And this was really an important memory for this young boy that he remembers even to this day, when he's now in his late 50s, maybe even 60s. But I painted a picture for them to help him remember this. And actually, as I started to think about this painting, I realized I needed to have something to represent his mom. His mom was ancestry from Ireland. And so I looked up, okay, what's a bird that could go with hawks that's from Ireland? And I found a red kite. Seemed appropriate for an activity where they went to go fly kites. And so I painted this picture. This is a print of that picture. Hopefully I'm holding this so that you can see it well. 2 hawks and a kite. Something that this man can look at hanging in his house every day, walking by it, reminding him of something that was very important to him. I met another person who was a member of was retired from the Air Force, was in the Air Force more than 20 years, and for 16 of those years, he was on a combat rescue officer. And so his job was to go out into the battlefield and find those soldiers who were injured and needed to be brought to safety. They risked their lives so that others could live. And this man wanted me to paint a picture of 2 hands, one reaching up, desperate for being saved, the other reaching down, desperate to save that life. I created this painting to help represent that, to show that people are wanting to help. They may not always be able to do everything that they want to do, but they're doing the best that they can. I want to focus on the things that I can do. I want to inspire you to focus on the things that you can do. That's my mission in life, to help other people, to find ways to make you realize the value and the abilities that you have. When life turns you upside down, you need to turn it upside down again. My name is Matt Harline. Hope to be able to have a chance to talk with you.